What is going on with everybody? It is your boy Eric, aka Young God, coming to you live in this pretty plain white dungeon. I'm gonna get out this white dungeon soon, but still giving it to you real raw rugged. And I got somebody. Well, I got a couple folks on the other line right now, man. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, man. Who do we have today?
Yes, sir. You got Larry League right now. This is Larry Laukai, Sensei. Randy could not be reached today, but shit, he sends his love as well. So, but yeah, no, we ready to chop it up for a little bit.
Hey, man, how y'all doing today, man?
Shit, we're doing pretty excellent, man. Just excited about just dropping our tape and all that. It's doing pretty good. We got a couple songs we're really confident on there. So yeah, bro, we just kind of trying to push that one a little bit, get ready to do some videos, you know.
Definitely.
So, how long did how long did it take you guys to create this album right here?
Since February.
Yeah,
we did
so
most of
a
it
few
in
months.
February type shit.
Yeah,
we recorded like one or two of the songs more recently.
Okay.
Yeah, so we wrapped it, probably a month ago.
Well, before we even get too heavy into this album, I want to start off on how I found out about you guys. I found out about y'all in, I can give you the specific year, 2015, right? And
Right.
it was when you guys dropped Dingy. And I seen it, and I was really confused. I was like, I don't know what's going on here. It's a lot of, it's a lot of white boys. It's a lot going on, man. Because the thing that I was confused about, I was like, because around that time, I think that's when Lil Dicky was popping. Another white jokey rapper was popping. So I didn't know if it was like a jokey song or a serious song. That's what I was trying to figure out. So I did my research. I was like, let me listen to more of them. Now I was like, oh, so they really do music for real. And I was like, okay, this is really good because that beat, really fire beat on Dingy like that. Like it's a really crazy beat. So before we get too deep into it, I just want to talk about that beat for a second. Like, how was like where did that beat come from? Like, who made that beat? Like the inspiration. That beat is a crazy
we
beat.
both made that beat.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna tell you the sample. So I had a whole bunch of preloaded samples. Basically, like back in the day when I was 12, 13, I would go to Outkast Studio with my manager and shit. This is way back in the way back in the day type
Young
shit.
boy.
So basically, I got loaded up from packs from like fucking Yoda. He one of the members of Organized Noise and shit, and that just happened to be a sample in one of the packs. So it was just one that was on the keyboard, that was in Logic, and then that's pretty much how the beat got made was with that sample. He just played that shit, and then we finished the rest of the beat from there. And I kind of wanted it to sound like some fucking crunk type shit, just like with the synths and all that shit. It was a long time ago, but shit, it's pretty simple though, for real. Just having that sample from the Outkast motherfuckers, like that shit was pretty crazy. It already gave the beat a sound before. I was really fucking with that shit.
Yeah, nah, that beat is ridiculous. Like it sounds like I don't do drugs, but it sounds like somebody playing football on Percocets. Like that shit sounds ridiculous. Like like I don't even know what that feels like, but that's what it sounds like. Like it's a crazy beat.
Like a fucking high school or whatever Friday Night Lights, goddamn on drugs type fucking montage.
Yeah, that's a fact. So like, because being that was my introduction, the first thing I ever heard from you guys. Like my first immediate question before I even thought about interviewing, like I said, it was way back in 2015. Like, are you guys into like experimental music? Because that's a very like experimental type of beat.
Yeah,
definitely, bro.
We into like a whole lot of stuff. Like from our earliest projects, we would always be sampling like weird stuff, like whether it be just for like an intro or like to use in synthesis with the beat or whatever. Like
we sampled a Dr. Phil fucking interview shit at one time and shit.
That's
And
crazy.
we made this
Not
called
music,
Talking to Your Dad. And the fucking shit had the sample that I was talking about. Talking to Your Dad. And it would just play
Talking
over
to
and
Your
over.
Dad. Yep.
That's fucking
Hold on,
great.
what song is that? Because I definitely need to look that up.
It's called, of course, Talking to Your Dad.
Talking to Your Dad.
It's off of like the tape right before their Young Boy, bro.
It's an old ass fucking
Yeah,
thing.
it's like 2014, I believe. Like,
I know, but just the thing, like, we ain't really been too afraid to switch tempos or grooves and shit, especially back then, too, because we was just getting into this shit, trying to see what the groove was, you know what I'm saying, what the vibe was and shit, for real.
Okay. Also, just in case, so you don't come off a little muddy, I might need Sensei to scoot a little bit so he can like get a little bit into the mic because you might like sound far away. So I don't want the comments like we can't hear Sensei. I'm like, my fault, man. So just in case, but so yeah, but no, yeah. So that's very interesting. Like, do you have a favorite sample that you've done that you just like, yo, like you impress yourself, like I can't believe I flipped that?
Shit, it really just depends. Like, I was into more soul shit back in the day due to my background, because I was really making a lot of South beats, a lot of crunk beats. I was making trap shit too when I first started, and this was like back in 2011, 2012. But you know, really it changes as I find new shit. Like, really, my shit right now is like Japanese pop music and shit. I don't even know, bro. I don't even know a lot of the artists' names. I just be fucking sampling that shit. Like, music from Lupin, I be sampling that shit. Just different shit for real. But I don't know. I've sampled so much shit, bro. I can't even tell you like a favorite. And I really get a lot of it off of YouTube. I just be ripping that shit.
YouTube.
No, I definitely gotta say shout out to you because pop Japanese fire genre is so much like little like gems you can find in there. So you're a real one for
Right.
knowing about that. It's a lot of gems in there.
Has like cool ass chord changes and like
Yeah.
all type of shit.
It's like what got you guys into like music, like not even just rap, because you guys seem to be into music, talking about like these different type of genres and chord changes and progression things like that. Like what got you into the, I guess not just like, because I could imagine you could just be a rapper and not care anything about the music stuff going on in the background, but you guys seem to be in the music. So what got you involved in that?
For real, we were in a band. Well, me and him, and then Carter, who also was in Larry Lee on Dirty Dingy, but
Yeah.
that was his last album with us. We had like a band during middle school, so that's how our first like introduction to doing music or whatever. And it was just like I guess like a what I'm saying, like a 12-year-old rock band type shit. But we played like we had rapping in our songs, we had other stuff.
And let me elaborate on that. Everybody was already playing instruments separately.
Yeah.
Had their own different type of musicality. Like me, I've been playing piano since I was like 5, 6 years old type shit. Like seriously. And I used to be classically trained back in the day. But I just started composing my own shit for real around that time. And then I met this motherfucker in middle school. And then we just started doing that shit. He already had a guitar and an amp. Carter had a bass. And shit.
Yeah.
Really, I just had the keyboard. We found a drummer and we said, fuck it from there. But we always been rapping since the beginning.
Isn't it crazy now to see like how, I guess like rock somewhat has like influenced rap in the sense of not even just like the aesthetic, but just like somebody like Juice World has like the Blink 182 like I'm going to kill you, like that type of
Yeah.
vibe. Like isn't that crazy now?
Yeah.
That is crazy. Like I feel like it's kind of been going on for like the past, but he's like the first pop figure to like do that kind of emo like pop shit, and the rapping side to kind of take it to a level where people like recognize him now. I guess. So yeah, that's just pretty interesting.
Is that something that you guys would want to dip back into, being that you have a band history?
Yeah, not definitely. Like we'll have homies come and like record live instruments on certain stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
We really want to get into that more going forward.
Really, if we're going to do that type of sound, I mean, I'll be making guitar beats sometimes. We just need to have somebody come here and play some shit that we fucking with. A lot of the time, we just be apart, but we come together and make music.
Yeah.
So how do you find people to like? That's interesting because you said like you need somebody. Like, how do you find people that plays like instruments? Like, do you like go on Craigslist and like people need it for guitars? Like, how do you find that?
Not even we
Well,
just
you
be
could
back there.
go on Craigslist. Shit, that probably might not be a bad idea. But shit, we really just connections we made over the past few years. Whether it be like playing shows with people, like a lot of these artists out here, like that's not the only thing they do. They can play a couple instruments, maybe they can do all types of shit, which is really cool. But I mean, it's that and just people we've been able to meet throughout Atlanta over the years, whether it be at like a party, show, whatever. So,
Do you guys like also care about? Because I see you care about the music. Do you guys also care about like the art direction of your music? So that goes with videos, art, like the video, like the album cover. Like, is that something that's important to you? Or is that just like secondary? You don't care.
I think it is like a little bit secondary because I mean we obviously just like about the music, like we focus mainly on creating like the craziest sound and shit that we can. But for real, we do take a lot of time with the art and shit, like the covers and stuff. Like they're all like coordinated exactly how
Yeah.
we want to, kind of portray the mood or whatever
Yeah,
theme we feel about the album that's going on.
Yeah.
So is it like because I feel like don't sell yourself short because that super bad video was fire. Like with you guys doing the whole super bad thing, that was fire. And I remember I later did like a little interview where y'all was talking about how you got the concept and whatnot. Is there like another video idea? Because I feel like that could have been like a video, like a video that went viral. There's like video ideas
Yeah.
that you guys come up with that are like, whoa, this is crazy, but we don't have the budget for that because budget could definitely set back a lot of stuff.
No, yeah, that's definitely happened with that. I'm pretty sure that happens with many artists in the same position or the same kind of scenario. But
I'm
like,
gonna say this too, like in the last 6 to 8 months, we've really been looking for like different videographers, like
that's the thing
more
too.
quality
Yeah.
too. So that's why we've really been sitting on videos for super rad projects in this one. Shit. As soon as we find somebody who we feel like is up to it, bro, we gonna do that shit. Because with me, as far as videos go, like I just like somebody who knows how to shoot us. You know what I'm saying? The angle gotta be right. At least it can be a bare bone video and shit. But it just gotta look fine, bro. Really, it just be video directors and shit. They be flaky. They be doing fuck shit, bro. So I'm fucking a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah, we feel like we still haven't found that perfect video director yet too. So that's another part of it.
Really, man, I don't know about video directing, but I really fuck with you guys, and I know a really good graphic designer that could definitely plug you guys in with. So after we're off of here,
We need those too.
Definitely.
I definitely will plug you guys in with him because he definitely likes you guys in general. But yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I love to say that I'm one of the best journalists in the world, man. Can't say that today, man. I was for sure y'all album dropped tomorrow. I was surely wrong. Like right before this interview, I was finna I just went to y'all page to see what I was missing. I was like, hold on, the album out, and I go to Apple Music. I'm like, no, the whole thing out. So couldn't even listen to the album. I wanted to talk about the album, couldn't even do it because I didn't listen to it. But I did get to listen to the second song. That's a really good song. That second song is a really, really good song. I can't. What was the second song called?
Yeah.
Fire song. So, but I definitely want to give that some time and listen to it. Is that an album that you could just like listen to while doing other stuff, or do you need to take your time and listen to the album? Because like I said, I haven't listened to a lot of it yet.
No, I was very playable, for real. That was the purpose of it. And plus, like, I've been switching my whole swag too. Because I ain't used to fuck with auto-tune, but I'm doing all auto-tune shit on this shit, for real. I don't know, rapping is kind of getting outdated to me, so I just feel like I just need to move to a vibe that's like closer to what people want to hear. And I'm good with melodies because, I've been producing and shit. Like, I can hear where I need to be and shit. So I just feel like it's an improvement as far as me goes. Because, they've been doing auto-tune shit, so it's pretty easy. Like, the shit got knocked out pretty quick. It's just, all these flaky ass motherfucking video motherfuckers and goddamn these graphic designers and shit, photographers. It's just hard to get that shit. Motherfuckers be on some other shit. Like, at least in Atlanta. If we was out in Atlanta, it'd be way easier. But, out here, bro, them motherfuckers be tripping, bro.
Why did you like? What's the word? Like, why did you restrain to do auto tune in the past?
I don't know. Because I wasn't really thinking about rapping like that. You know what I'm saying? Even when he was going up with the shit, bro, like, I was just like, whatever, because I was just so young. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, fuck it, we on the road, we going out the country, we doing all this shit. Fuck it, because, that's what a motherfucker want to do when he finally get money and doing shit like that. You know what I mean? It's a different type of experience. But, now that I'm seasoned with that shit, I'm just focusing on making the craft better and then, making the business move better for real. That's why we've been so silent as well. It's because we're trying to kind of rebuild our business and shit. And just do shit right moving forward that we wasn't doing before. So.
Yeah, you bring up business a lot. Have y'all had any bad business going on like in the past?
I mean, it's been some situations that we thought could have been like they could have pressed the issue on it a little more. Kind of thing. But nothing too regrettable. Really, just like we just felt that the level of commitment, effort may not have been there where it needed to be at sometimes, as far as previous dealings.
Because we had other people handling our shit, but at least we can start from square one doing it ourselves, doing it the way that we want to. Even though it's taking time right now, people gonna see, bro. Like once we get some videos out, and we have them exactly the way that we want to do that shit, it's gonna be completely our vision. It's not gonna be other people fucking with this shit. But also, like I said, we was just young and fucking turning up and shit. That's just what happens, bro. You know what I'm saying? shit, at least you're young enough to fucking get back up and shit. So that's
How,
what I'm
Yeah,
trying to.
how hard is it? Because like I was never a good math person, so how hard is it to like know and learn the business?
it's just, I mean, shit, it's dead ass like everybody say. Like it's tricky. Like
Yeah,
motherfuckers be on some like very low key shit. But I don't know. Like I feel like it might, you know, for a lot of people if they work this way, like it might take you to make a short step somewhere, like make a little mistake so that you can, since I was saying, be seasoned enough to like
yeah.
know what not to accept, what to accept. Like,
That's the thing. It's just a learning thing, bro. So a lot of young artists is getting fucked up because of that shit. But you know, at least I'm in a position where I can actually like build my shit back up. We chilling in my studio right now. You know what I'm saying? I got this whole building and shit. I run shit out of here. This is how I live, bro. But you know, we doing everything independent now. Is what I'm trying to say for real.
So
yeah,
when did y'all go? My fault. What you saying?
I say yeah, no, that's just our focus right now. For sure, just building up the brand ourselves
Yeah.
because we know we can work all in the studio shit. So.
No, I was gonna say when did you like decide to go full in with rap? Like I'm not gonna get a 9 to 5. I'm not gonna do anything else. I'm full in with rap.
It was probably shit. I would say 2017.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2017. Like I was going to Georgia State, and I think while we were going to South by Southwest, I just like dropped all that shit.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then,
saying, fuck it.
but yeah, so ever since then, for real, 2017, we got a spot like a few months later, and just started off that way.
Yeah.
On our own and all that. Yeah.
No, that's crazy because I feel like going to like college and dropping that to do rap is real tough. You know, it's like one of those decisions where it's like I'm really like risking it all. Like, was it a big decision for you to make, or was it a no brainer?
No, it definitely was, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they're like the opportunities that present themselves and the time in which they present themselves just told me I had to take it. Like, there's just timing was a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit can also be like a hindrance to it, but at that particular time,
Yeah.
the timing was just perfect.
Did you enjoy your time at Georgia State? I hear it's a pretty good school.
No, yeah, it's real cool. It's real cool. I mean, I definitely see why people talk it up and all that.
Just not for
Yeah.
you.
I mean, not even no fed on Georgia State, just school at this juncture in my life type shit.
What were you like? What was your major?
I was a journalism major actually. Yeah,
Really?
I was
You
good
better than me.
writer.
You better than me. I can't do it, man. That's too much writing. It's too much writing. I can't do that, man.
Yeah, man, I didn't really like fucking handing in badass papers, but yeah.
So could you see yourself on the other side, like doing the interview?
No, yeah, I definitely could. I could see myself doing that. Like I always fucking that shit, writing stuff has always been like easier for me than anything else. So.
Has that like penetrated into your music to where like you're writing different because of the journalism background?
I definitely believe that, like, just, like certain shit that, even like wordplay and stuff, like, not even necessarily the vocabulary, like, for some reason I feel like that shit helps my wordplay a lot. But,
Do you have a hard bar you said that you just think off the top of your head? It was like that was fire. That was some fire wordplay right there.
say that one more time, bro?
I said, do you have a bar that you wrote recently or any time like in the like near like past that was just really fire to you? Like some fire wordplay that you wrote, you was like, man, that was hard. Like you had to pat yourself on the back for it.
Mm, I don't know. My favorite from the last tape, I don't know, you think any standouts? I don't know, I like, this is not even really wordplay, but in the promotion I was like, I'm too famous, need an extra magazine. I like that one.
And it's crazy.
Bars, bro. I just can't think of it right now.
Some of the hardest bars being like it's like the real stuff you can relate to. It's not even like the metaphorical, lyrical, spiritual
Yeah.
miracle. It's just like what you said, like it's something you can relate to. Also stuff I can relate to. Hmm?
Yeah, something that you just feel like a certain way, like that's just cool. Like,
Yeah, yeah, definitely stuff I can relate to. It's a hard jacket right there, man. I had to throw it out there, man. It's a nice jacket you got on right there, man. You know,
Appreciate
You know
that.
what?
definitely,
Wait, it's iffy.
definitely, man. I just found out recently. I was listening to Chief Keef album, and he said, "I spot fake ass Bubble Montclair," and I got a Bubble Montclair, and I was jokingly saying, "Oh, this is fake Bubble Montclair," and I looked it up, and it was actually a fake Bubble Montclair. So, yeah, man, I was out here rocking the fake Montclair, man. So. Hey man, has that ever happened to y'all? Like, have y'all ever had a piece of clothing you thought was real, then you found out later it was fake?
Bro, yes, I had these fucking. Nah, the worst one was I had these fucking Jordan 4s that I thrifted or whatever in like freshman year of high school. And I was like looking at them and they were like fucking 1999, and I was like, oh shit. And like I wore them shits for like a year and a half, and then like once I started learning like about real shit, I was like, damn, this shit's fake as hell. But no one ever called me out on it, so maybe I just got good friends telling me.
Nah, I have terrible friends. My friend, I'm not
So I
really into.
definitely got them shits up too.
Yeah, I have terrible friends. I'm like not really that into shoes, and I found these Jordans in my house. It's crazy. They're right here. I'm finna go get them. And like he was like, yo, he was like, put these on. Everybody gonna go crazy at school. I was like, really? I put them on. The first thing everybody's like, hey, what the is on your feet? And I'm like, hey, these the new, man. And they was like, man, those ain't real. And yeah, I had a bad day, man. So it's never it's never good, man. That's never
So he
good.
set
Man.
you up.
Set me up, and I was like, why would you do that? He was like, oh, it's funny. I'm finna hold these are shoes right here. Hold on, there. Oh man, there's some fusions. There's some Jordan fusions right here, man, and set
Oh
me
yeah,
up.
I've not seen this before. That's not like it's like a fake, totally fake ass shit. Like that's a real like model. I think they made.
Yeah, I guess like on the side they say they say MJJ on the side, and they were like, hey, what you got some fake Michael Jeffrey Jordans on your foot? And they were just going, and I was like, oh my gosh. It was a bad day, man. It was a bad day. Sensei, you ever had a bad fashion day where people were killing you, man?
Shit, definitely. I mean, I've improved though. Back in the day, I was pretty fucked
Shit,
up.
you got a fucking bad fashion day from my ass fucking like 2 years ago.
I was wilding out for a long time. No, definitely when we was coming up, like 2010, 2011, bro, hella fake Jordans was going around the city with that whole wave of shit. You know, Jose Guapo, Vander Gang, all of that shit. Motherfuckers used to be on that. Yeah, OMG Cooley, motherfuckers used to be on that swag shit, bro. So, fake Jordans, man, they was going, bro.
And it's crazy because like in rap, you really have to like. Well, some people have their aesthetic, but just in general, like the way you look definitely takes you a long way. Like if you look clean, people will be like, "Yo, he got a raw fit on. Let me listen to his music. He know how to dress." You know, like is that something y'all like think about?
Yeah, nah, for sure. Like, I definitely always been into clothes and shit, and like just weird looking pieces, like designer pieces that just like have some weird detail about them and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, but yeah, just to, stand out in that type of way. So I've been always like paying attention to the fresh shit since, I guess, ever since those fake ones got retired. But
That's funny.
Yeah, really, I learned a lot of my shit from him because when 3200 came out, I was wilding out. I had Jordans, I had all type of crazy shit, but I leveled up.
Jordans.
I used to be wild. I used to not give a fuck about that shit. But at the same time, I was homeless for like fucking 7 months, staying on that shit while we made that album. So that's how that type of shit go.
days. Yeah, 32.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of shit was going down, bro.
Nah, I feel that. And then one more thing for me, and then we get to the fan question, and we'll wrap this up so I don't hold y'all in for too long. Something that like just going around looking at you guys, one of like your big standout moments so far was the song Gloria, right? That's like a song that like everybody loves. Like why do you think that's like such a cult classic to people?
I don't know. I mean, I have to say, I think it starts with the beat. Like, Tennessee, I made that shit. I did the melodies, most of the melodies. But yeah, like,
It's the beat.
It's like a simple ass beat. It like captured that kind of time of SoundCloud really well. I feel like,
Yeah.
with just the spaciness of the beat and like the kind of the way the drums were and shit.
And then once again, the timing of when that came out. But for real,
Yeah.
as far as like the song structure, the way the beat came in, and then the way that he just came in and said, You was lightweight, and you can't finesse. And then Bonnie coming after that, that shit was over with at that time. A lot of shit's changed since that moment. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doing different shit now. But
Yeah,
like,
Fonny and Uno at that time were really bubbling, like with their work they was doing together.
They was solid too. You know what I'm saying? Like they was really solid at that time. So it was a good look, bro.
Yeah, speaking of Fonny, before we get to the fan questions, I always never told this story on here, but I interviewed Thousand Band Fonny. Really good interview. The funniest thing about it, for whatever reason, I was prepping. I like accidentally in my mind, I kept calling him Playboy Cardi for whatever reason. I was like, I hope I don't do that. I was like, I hope I don't do that in the interview, right? So at the very end of the interview, everything goes well. I'm like, all right. It was like, I was like, all right. It was a good interview. You got Eric, you got Playboy. I mean, Thousand Band, and then he hung up and said, doot doot doot, and I was like, oh man. So yeah, shout out Thousand Band Funny, man, cool guy. It was a good interview, but yeah, I messed up on that part. But yeah, how did you guys even link with him in the first place?
That's a good question.
Yeah, you gotta start with the song because I didn't know what happened that day. I wasn't even there.
But I would say we really like kind of met him through Uno though, because I mean like Uno was like on a show, like one of our first shows we ever did in Atlanta at the old Masquerade.
Several shows.
So it was like, yeah, I think we might have done.
You remember the one
we
with
did
the guy? The guy?
Yeah.
Uno and us, it was that small ass little club and shit. That's where we really connected with Funny. I went up to him, I was like, oh, your shit hard. You got fucking hard. And shit. Before I know it, he getting out of jail. And then the day that he get out of jail, he pulling up to their crib to do the fucking song.
Yeah, he like got out of jail that day, I think, and then he was just like around the area. He lived right like near Lenox Mall, 3200 is the name of the complex, whatever. And then like he just came in, and I think we cooked up the beat right there on the spot, and like.
Nah, we been cooked up the beat.
We did.
Yeah.
It might have been like the day before or something.
Yeah, it was the day before for sure.
Type shit, but yeah, we just pulled it up immediately, and I fucking came in with that verse, finally did the hook, and kept it going. Yeah.
That's crazy. I feel like Atlanta is almost like for rappers. It's like LA in the sense of like you could just bump into anybody just like at a random place. Is that how it is? I've never really been to Atlanta before. Because I always hear people saying like rappers are like Lenox Mall and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, Lenox Mall is just the fucking the Atlanta scapegoat mall. That's
why that was such a good location at the time too. Like 32 was right next to that shit. Even the collabs with Uno, and we seen Pump over there. All them motherfuckers like we used to be plugged in out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Pump and might have just been more Pump. We came to the spot when it's wintertime.
Yeah.
Where's Wintertime? I've been trying to. What happened to him?
If I could tell you, I would, because I'm trying to see what's over down there too. For real, I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe I think he's maybe getting ready to try for the D League or something like that.
Hey man, I'm all for Wintertime in the G League. That'd be fire.
Sorry, yeah, the G League, correct.
But yeah, that's really interesting you bring him up because like a couple days ago I was like damn, I really loved his last project Wintertime. So yeah, definitely really really good artist. So yeah, don't you guys have songs together?
We don't have any songs together, but we produced like a recent track from him, which was like the last communication the known world has ever had.
We produced a couple tracks from him. I did this beat for a minute ago. I forgot what the name of the song was.
Yeah.
I produced so much shit, bro. Like. It's been crazy, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, since an older track with him, but yeah, we did that song with him. I think it was probably like last
December when he recorded on it, but we did make that beat since like summer last year type shit. That's when we made that beat for that recent song.
Well, yeah, man. Hopefully, Wintertime comes out of hiding. But I also definitely I love to ask you this, and you guys seem really interesting. I'm really like interested like outside of music. What are you guys into? Just like when you're not making music, like hobbies or things you like to watch or whatever.
Well, shit, like I said before, I'm into the clothes shit. Like I be fucking buying clothes and selling them too. Just like it's a fun side hustle. You know, the shit's exciting to me. And then that and fucking basketball shit. Fucking recording with other people, not lately.
Yeah.
Sometimes just mixing it up and shit. Like,
getting different vibes. So.
Are you good at basketball?
I got a fucking nice jumper, of course. I'm left-handed, so hard to block a little bit.
Okay, okay, like the Cal Corver rap. You know what I'm saying, man? I feel you, man.
That's not a bad comparison, but maybe more like Luca.
You like a Luca, like the American Luca, huh, man? Fuck, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Sensei? What are you into?
Shit, bro. Really, like I said, I got this studio. I'm trying to build my own brand and shit. And, I got hella releases about to come out. I just dropped this tape with Cito and Hunchos. Me and Cito almost done with the tape. We only got one more song to do for that shit. He gonna drop that one. But I'm building this shit called Dildo Entertainment. I'm basically just putting out tapes and singles and shit. And pretty soon, this new Yachty single that I dropped, I'm about to drop it type shit. My bad. I just did a new song with Yachty and I'm about to drop it. And then goddamn, did some shit with Doo-Wop. Just really working on the music shit, building with new motherfuckers and shit. Just the next wave and shit. You feel me? Like I've always been doing that shit since I started producing for real. I've been in the room, yes sir.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely. Before we get out of here, the fan question is from Slice Bread. You got one fan question. He says, "Hey
Yeah.
guys, really big fan, but I have to ask, who are you guys' favorite porn stars?"
Favorite porn stars?
Okay.
Okay. Alright. I have to say, what's that, Lacey Duval? You know Lacey Duval?
Of course, of course.
Bro. Bro, bro, come on. Fire.
Hey man,
You
I interview porn stars. I might have to get a Lacey Duval interview and shout you out, man. I might have to
Bro.
tell her about you, man.
Please, bro.
I might have to tell her the I might have to tell her the Atlanta Luka Doncic want her, man. You know what I'm saying,
Yes,
man?
bro. Alright, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just say anything else, actually. But yeah, nah. How old do you think she is now?
Like pushing 30, by mid 30s probably. Mid 30s.
Okay. Nah, that's perfectly fine with me. Please make the connection. Do whatever you have to do. We'll work something out, bro.
All right, man. I got you, man. What about you, Sensei?
Shit.
Just one name, bro.
Bro, no comment, bro. Shit, I just need a nice little bitch to pay for all of my shit, bro. I'd be down for that, bro. Oh,
That's a
God.
cop out, bro.
Hold on. What did he say? What did he say? I didn't hear what he said.
I said I just need a nice little bitch to pay for all of my shit.
Oh, I feel that, man. Hey, I love a MILF, man. I love an older woman, man. I feel that, man. I feel that, man. That's a fact, man. I feel that for a fact, man.
That's only one comment, man. So, you can search up what you like, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll be switching it up, bro.
That's funny, man. That is funny. Anything else? Anything else I gotta say before we get out of here, man?
Shit, well, not really, bro. We appreciate the fuck out of you for doing this. Like, we love to fucking just let people know what we got going on. There's more shit about us, like, empower the families with all the good info about the Larrys and all that. But shit, really just go get that new Larry League EP, self-titled Larry
Yes,
League.
sir.
Go get that motherfucker. But yeah, once again, man, shout out to you and Kanye Tiller for, what I'm saying, having us on. It was really fun, bro. It was nice to meet you too and all that.
Hey, man. It was nice to meet you guys, man. You guys are really cool. For everybody watching, until next time, I say what I mean what I say. Haters gonna hate, players gonna play. Holla at your boy.